Can you come over here? Hi everyone. Um, Hold up. Yikes. I'll tell you what I'm doing today. Alright. Now, today, I'm going to do something I really don't want to do. I don't know where the fuck my camera is. The heck? Today I'm going to do something well, heck. I hate to do. I'm pansexual, everyone, and I'm gonna what? Anti-sexuality, sit. Anti-gay. I'm gonna hate this shit so
Snap your
much.
W-2 and file Fed and state free, guaranteed.
Go ahead and get the fire a little better.
Alright.
Thousands way through the streets of New York City. The Pride celebrations in several cities across the U.S. come on the heels of a big anniversary tomorrow, marking 2 years since the Supreme Court made same-sex marriage a nationwide right. CNN's Polo Sandoval joins us now live from that parade in New York City. And Polo, I understand there was a disruption there not long ago with some counter-protesters.
Right, Boris. There was a slight delay that got cleared up just a few moments ago here on New York streets. There were a few from what appeared to be these anti-police protesters that ended up sitting in right in the middle of the street here, essentially stopping the parade for, I would say, about 20 to 30 minutes. Police having to move in and then arrest, at least detain those individuals, move them out of the way. And now, as you can see here, this seemingly endless flow of people here that have been making their way down the streets of New York. This is, of course, one of the largest parades now, going on about 48 years that this has been happening, starting in Midtown and ending here at the Stonewall Inn, of course, the birthplace of the American gay rights movement, Boris. And what we've seen is a mix of pride and politics, which is nothing new here. Of course, there are many of these groups, many of these pro-LGBT groups that have been sponsoring some of these individuals that have been taking part in the parade, trying to get their message across. But there's also been a steady balance of politics and, of course, plenty of music. And that doesn't, of course, go without a more powerful moment when some of those individuals that were representing the victims of the Pulse nightclub shooting just over a year ago were walking down these streets. So again, things are back to normal after what was a slight delay, about 10 total arrests that we saw take place here on the streets of New York, but things continue as planned, Boris.
Alright, that's nothing anti, so why did I make up to my main question? How did I make up to the stretch of anti-slavery, anti-gay Pride Month?
Next to what investigators are describing as a deadly hate crime, targeting the LGBTQ community as millions celebrate Pride Month. Tonight, the major arrest in a gruesome series of murders. 3 people killed, 2 others shot. Prosecutors saying the victims were targeted because they were gay or transgender. ABC's Lana Zach with the details.
Hold up, wait, what?
Tonight, police are investigating multiple deadly shootings, allegedly targeting members of the LGBTQ community. In Detroit, authorities have charged this man, Devon Robinson, in the killing of 3 people: Paris Cameron, Timothy Blanchard, and Alante Davis. Robinson has pled not guilty. Authorities claim his victims were targeted because they were gay or transgender.
It's rough.
We just want justice. Justice.
Justice for
Yeah, just justice.
Just for all of them. In Georgia, one of 4 states without a hate crime law, police are searching for the gunman who killed Ronald Trey Peters on the way to work.
The driver jumped out with a mask on, and you hear pop, and Trey just locked up and fell over.
Witnesses say his attacker used an anti-gay slur before shooting Peters multiple times, first in the chest and then in the neck as he lay on the ground. It's a hate-motivated crime. The celebrations at the Capitol Pride Parade tonight marred by the recent rash of hate crimes.
Why should that, end your life just for being who you are?
According to the FBI, reports of attacks against members of the LGBTQ community are up over previous years.
I feel like lately we've been moving a little bit backwards, and I think it's important to stand up for what matters.
And Tom, in the Detroit case, Robinson allegedly shot 2
I'm sorry,
others.
guys. I
He
can't
has been
show my
charged with
face
murder in the
like
first
this.
degree in 3 counts
I'm
and 2
sorry.
counts of assault with intent to kill.
This hurts my heart.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
Тут правильні чоловіки і реально послали б і начальника нахрен, якби таке б сказали. Ходите, ми всіх сім'ї правильні, піднімемо і прийдемо. Вони вже почали вчити, що можна комфортно бути гомосексуалістом.
I'm sorry, guys. This just hurts my fucking heart.
Race for president who has never taken a penny in contributions from any special interest. Ever.
Hey guys, it's Fuckers. This week we're at the Pride Parade in West Hollywood. We're gonna ask some questions about some stuff and see what people say.
Me,
Where's the message of the day?
my kind,
love
pansexual,
everyone for who they
bisexuals,
are, their
gays,
differences,
lesbians,
their
and all that.
inequalities, like just
Who aren't straight,
tolerance and
that's
love and
what
acceptance.
pisses
That's
me
totally
off.
what Pride is all about.
I think Pride is important because
That's
it
what
fosters unity,
things.
it fosters acceptance and love, to accept without discrimination.
What we can offer here in Los Angeles is a friendly and forward-thinking city.
It's very inclusive for all. There's children here, there's people of all colors here. They say actually God loves everybody, so that's nice. Except for when I whip out my Trump hat or when I talk about Trump, there is no love there. That's the only thing. So you're tolerant and you're inclusive if you agree with them. If you don't, if you voted for Trump, if you're not a Hillary lover, you're out.
What do you think about Donald Trump in general?
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That's a good way to do it. What do you think about Donald Trump?
Fuck Trump.
What do you think of Donald Trump?
Him. Oh God, die. Honestly. Tolerance and love and acceptance.
For the most part, people have been really welcoming, really fun, really exciting, but logically, they fall a little bit short when it comes to ideas of truth or standards that they set.
This is my pretty side.
And it is
my George Clooney side.
At least you have a good side. I just got two bad sides. Who is like the #1 enemy of the LGBTQ community right now? What can we do to raise more awareness for the community itself?
Well, you know what? I think a lot of people are still like against these kind of events.
What do you think the #1 opponent of the LGBTQ community is at this point?
I would say the Trump administration, as well as, I'd say pretty much.
Do you think Islam at all?
Islam, I think, is against the entire American society. I don't think that they're necessarily targeting the gay community.
When you actually talk to them about Donald Trump, I don't think they know anything. They mostly go off based off what they hear.
What are some things that Trump has done to the gay community that you think is something we should be worried about?
I think everything. I mean, he's pretty much against us. You know, he thinks that we have no rights, that we need to go back to be discriminated and even prosecuted for, you know, just being gay. I think it's...
Where are you seeing that, though? What are some things that he's done to do that?
Well, you know, it's like by taking rights, you know, he actually got rid of some of the... I can't remember exactly now.
What are some things that the Trump administration has done to target the LGBTQ community, and what are some ways we can fight back?
I would say by reversing pretty much everything that has gone on that has brought us forward since the Obama administration. I think that's what's brought us back from there, and what could bring us forward.
What do you mean by reverse? What do you mean by that? Reverse what was done so far?
Oh gosh, I just got...
A lot of people I know who are Trump supporters are gay and are, you know, they do like the Pride events, and unfortunately it gets very politicized. Are you seeing similar things?
I absolutely do, because I know a lot of Trump supporters that are gay also, and they just live their life normally like a normal person. They don't go around like with like assless chaps and leather pants, and they don't make it their identity. And I think that the problem is a lot of people here, like, that's their whole identity, is to be this gay person, this flamboyant person wearing a feather boa, and it actually draws more attention to them than just kind of living like a normal life like a gay person.
Why do people like cars? They're just tools, right?
I try to hide my sexuality, but now I'm saying, fuck it, let me come out. Damn. What was I so afraid of, guys? You know?
Yeah, I'll never forget that night. I was still playing with the 49ers, and my wife walked.
Gay person.
A lot of people I've spoken to today are kind of bringing politics into Pride a lot and have some issues with the Trump administration.
I hope there's an accident and he may not survive.
I'm very pro-LGBT. I'm very pro-trans. There is no doubt about that. But also, I think that us as gay people should like focus on exactly on what is beneficial for us. And if we go just around like screaming, oh, the president is bad, blah, 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 that is just like not okay. Because why? Because Trump is pro-gay and all that stuff. I disagree with a lot of politics that he's done, etc. But I also agree with things that he's done that are beneficial for USA and beneficial for gays. So I'm just not gonna be one of those ignorant people like going around like screaming like boo Trump and stuff, when there is actually like good things that are going on right now for gay people, thanks to him.
The message here is pretty progressive. I think if you actually talk a lot to the homosexuals here, they certainly do have a progressive ideology, but at the same time, I think Steven Pinker said this, progressives are actually regressive. So when it comes to them, they're only progressive in the sense that they want rights basically, or more rights than everybody else, but they're very aggressive when it comes to someone who doesn't support their message. So even if you say you're against homosexuality, but you still want them to have rights, they are not going to be progressive towards you. They are actually, the whole message of equality is going to get thrown right out the window, and they are going to attack you no matter what.
Ooh. It's not just about gay, it's about sexual gay. Everyone on the floats, if you've been watching, they've been all sexual and shimming and everything, and naked sailors and whatnot. So I think it's more about this sexualized culture, and it's almost kind of sexualizing young children. That's my take on it. I think it's a little too much. And why not celebrate gay without celebrating sexuality? There's people with their butt cheeks hanging out. I think it's a little inappropriate to bring your kids here, but they're all about it.
You know what? I think what it is that a lot of people grew up in the Midwest or in different states that I'm coming across that were often hated, or they were ostracized, or they were discriminated against for identifying in the LGBTQIA plus community. But what's happening is I talked to one person that told me specifically, I go, in your community, aren't you all about people being fluid and having the right to do what they want with their things, their body, and their life? So why does a baker not have the right to do what they want with their skills, their bakery, and their cakes? And people couldn't answer that question, but just like they were against Donald Trump and Mike Pence without having any policies to actually come against, people had said, I'm against those bakers, when in reality, by supporting the Supreme Court decision, you're actually supporting LGBTQ rights because you're supporting individuals to express themselves the way that they see fit and morally right.
What the bakers did falls under the principle of freedom of association. So the bakers who didn't want to bake a cake for the gays, I mean, they didn't make the gays worse off. They never had a cake to begin with. And in a capitalist society, and especially a free market, they could take their business somewhere else, and the baker who didn't bake the cake isn't studying any worse off, but he may get the backlash of what's to come.
You're a business, you're doing business for the public, you should do it for everybody.
Absolutely. What do you do for work?
I work at Starbucks, but I'm also a special effects makeup artist and costume design on the side.
Very cool, I can see that. What would you do if Donald Trump came into your Starbucks today?
Probably lose my job, because I would jump over that counter and beat him. You're a business, you're doing business for the public, you should do it for everybody.
What does your sign say?
My sign, I have two signs. It says Happy Ramadan on one side, Muslims against hate on the other.
Very cool. I think that's a powerful message, and I hope people take it seriously. What do you think the number one threat to the LGBTQ community is?
I think it's organized religion, and that sucks. And there's nothing against organized religion when people's personal beliefs fight others' people's personal beliefs. That's not something that we're not used to, but it's the hate piece of it that really pulls people apart and that breaks souls and breaks hearts. That's really what we're kind of up against, is the hate piece
If I missed any, guys,
totally agree.
tell me in the
Are you referring to
comments.
Islam?
No, not at all. I think that it's not necessarily specific religions. It's their organization of what they believe these people to be like.
If Hillary had her way, she would have brought over 500,000 refugees here. That was her plan right away. Refugees in Boys Town don't mix. I promise you that.
People also don't really have very positive impressions of Muslims, so we're here to show that Muslims are queer too, and Muslims are against hate, and Muslims are American like everybody else.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. When it comes to the bad impression people do have of Muslims because of maybe some situations in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, what are some ways we can kind of combat that preconceived notion, and what is the truth behind what's really going on?
I can't speak much about what's going on over there. I would say that a lot of times people use religion to push a political agenda, and religion is not political, actually. And so whatever's happening in the Middle East is actually not really indicative of the faith. What was your first question?
Do you think when it comes to the Muslim faith, Islam kind of is a theocracy in a way in a lot of these countries, and it is kind of trying to play a more political role. Do you think there's any room for that here? Do you think we have to be careful with the people we let in from these countries?
Even if y'all want to find out when I first found out that I was pansexual, when I first found out that I was pansexual, put that down in the comments. I don't care. I can do anything. Sexuality is pansexual. Nickname, Pan. Real name, Connor. Avon Ray Butler, that's my real name. My nickname is
well received in these countries,
full nickname is Pansexual Butler.
Do you love Trump?
Well, at the beginning I was kind of skeptical, but right now he's doing an amazing job, and I'm not going to be here saying, Donald Trump, no, he's doing a good job, and good for him, good for LGBT people, good for trans, and good for everyone. I love everyone.
Me too.
Good.
Thank you for talking to me. Nice to meet you. Thank you guys for watching another Fleckus Talks in the books. Please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and we will see you at the next one.
What is this? Is this against, or how is it?
200 years ago, we had an American Revolution to make sure that we got democracy in this country. Well, today starts the new American Revolution. Make sure that we get on.
Fuck off.
Hey guys, it's Fleckus. This week we're in New York City for the Pride Parade. Who am I here with? I'm Emmett. Jada? Jada. Hello, Jada. Layla, we're at Pride. What's going on here? I just got out of work. Second one, Machoko. Except for sinking. All right, we're here at the Pride Parade. Who am I here with? Matoko. Matoko. Not Machoko, Matoko. What's Pride all about?
Positivity, love, and acceptance, especially.
Absolutely.
Equality, everything in between.
And there is a political aspect to it this year.
If y'all heard what they were in, please tell me. I know it was in Los Angeles.
And I think they're trying to stop us, and we won't ever be stopped.
Conservatives don't care who you go to bed with or who you marry or who you. We don't give a shit. We really don't.
All we have is each other and to love each other, and that's it. Yeah, that's totally. Yeah, that's all we have. Love, acceptance. We just need equality.
Something counterintuitive about showing up to show that you're just like everybody else, but having the ambassadors of your cause be dressed in nipple pasties and wearing scarves of feathers and butt plugs and. It's counterintuitive.
What would you tell Trump in the White House if you could tell him one thing directly?
You, and we're amazing, and we're going to keep on prosperity.
Always. Thank you very much, Sean. It's good meeting you. Enjoy your Pride.
Have a good one. Have a good one.
There are some political messages here today as well.
If you ever seen search up a message thing and send me a link in the comments to when they say Donald, when specifically Trump said, I hate LGBTQ plus or any other sexualities than straight, because I haven't found that. Please tell me.
Overall and his thoughts and opinions on it.
You touch on the jobs part?
Not really sure, but I'd like to see it at my job.
Oh, okay. What do you think when it comes to the conservative or the Republican side? How do they view the gay community, and where are they kind of missing the point?
Well, the thing is, it's all about whether you can connect to it. You only view something if you can connect to it. I don't think they even connect to it. It's about fragility. It's about getting into those uncomfortable places that they need to be in, and they don't want to do that.
What people have done is they keep those old demons around, and they keep us fighting ghosts to try to bring about this idea that we're in a perpetual struggle for equality, when in reality they're passing the whip from the right hand to the left hand instead of getting rid of the whip.
I saw it catchphrase like New York City, where you can be openly gay and secretly Republican. So,
do you think that's a good or a bad thing?
It's not.
What's this? Okay, guys. I'll make one where they can be. There will be a pansexual parade, and that will be the month of Pride.
I'm trying to make a good impression with everyone I interact with.
When I'm trying to explain something.
I don't. The fuck is this crap?
Hey guys, it's Fleckus. This week we're at Ohio State University for a YAF speech. Ben Shapiro's here, and these college kids are not happy about it. We're gonna see what's going on. Fleckus talks. Slow in the front. Free abortion on demand. This way.
Oh.
Are you guys for or against Ben?
Against Ben.
Do you think you can speak tonight or no?
No, not at all.
What about free speech and the Constitution? How does it work?
That's a good point, but he shouldn't be allowed to have free speech if he's going to preach the kinds of things that he preaches.
Are you for or against Ben Shapiro? Well, what are some of the things that you're talking about, though? Specifically, I just mean what he said.
I don't know what he said specifically.
You know,
I don't know what he said specifically. I just don't agree with his and his party platform.
Are you for or against Ben? Are you for or against Ben?
I don't want to talk to this.
Okay.
There's this one thing that pissed me the hell. Oh yeah. Okay. This will show you what I was talking about. Let's the van.
One last gay advert. This last one really pissed me off, mainly because it was made towards children. So this next one is actually on another YouTube video. God, let's just watch this shit. two boys are playing. They fell. I honestly thought they were gonna kiss. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, no.
Where's your mommy? Is marriage about what adults demand or what children need?
Each time I watch this part of this video,
Okay, I'm glad
that
that last
pisses
one was
me off
short.
so fucking
Shocking
much.
as well. So pretty much what that ad was saying was, if your kid falls off a jungle gym onto the ground and hurts him.
We could even lose certain rights.
Oh my god, a straight person losing rights? I can't imagine. Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to today's video. For today's video, I have a very, very fun video planned for you guys. So, I have not done a reacting to homophobes in a while. It's been like a week.
Seriously?
And so now that my mind has been like refreshed and my brain
I haven't done it.
and watch some homophobes. So today, I'll be reacting to anti-gay
This is my
commercials.
first
For
time.
some reason, y'all love when gays get angry at homophobes. So today is like my fourth part of this series. Hopefully y'all are enjoying it. And if y'all are enjoying it and want some parts in the future, let me know. Give me a big thumbs up. And that's it, guys. Let's just get on to reacting to these homophobes, because honestly, I feel like I've gained too many brain cells. It's just I want to lose some, so let's go. Alright, so as usual, guys, I'll be leaving a space over here so you guys can watch the lovely commercials with me. So I have my trusty earphones on because I don't want to hear the haters. You know, I just want to block them out, or block them in, I guess. Fun. Okay, so today I have a few more videos to watch on my laptop that y'all see. Actually, guys, before I do start, I just want to tell you that if y'all want to follow from me in this video, all you have to do is hit the bell, subscribe, and comment down below. Notification squad shout out. If y'all do all three of those things, well, this gay will follow you. Unless y'all are homophobes and don't want gays to follow you, then don't do it. But if you want that, do it. But let's just start with our first commercial, which is the American Preacher Spreading Hate. Great title. Let's start.
This fight has come to us, and you know what I say? Bring it on!
This is Pastor Steven.
No homos will ever be allowed on this church as long as I'm the pastor here.
I can sense some anger in his voice. I feel like this man has a lot of anger inside him. Maybe he has something to let out. He's gay. He preaches his radical views at a small church in Arizona. Oh my god, I have a gay friend who lives in Arizona. Should tell him to go there.
I'll put it this way. Any man who would have sex with a man would have sex with a man. It is true.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so if I understood correctly, if I like men, I also wanna fuck my dog. Yeah, like the fact that someone can actually say that and like say that as like a fact, like is that, did Jesus write in the Bible and say if you are gay you fuck dogs? Because I don't remember that part in the Bible, but like that could just be me.
There was no such thing.
About 5 or 10 years ago, a lot of the stuff that I preached, people thought it was too radical. Now, to me,
Hold up, guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, now I just remembered how to end these. Bye.
You happy you have night, black people to talk.